Great ideas have the same inevitability as a great melody.
Tell me about
clarity. They have a resonance, instant memorability. You know, there is something about it, and an idea whose time has come, and that has a moral force way beyond your own. When I'm throwing the punch, it is not my strength. It is the strength of an idea whose time has come, whose time, in one sense, was always there, but now there's some momentum behind it. The momentum of a movement, the momentum of people who are waking up to realize the world does not have to be the way it is, and we could actually change it.
Now, how come church leaders, in your opinion, have been sort of late to the party on this? I mean, you've been trying to awaken the church, which seems ironic to me. We should be way ahead of the game on this. But I mean, you came into my office and did everything but shake me down on this subject matter. And you've been trying to awaken the church for the last couple years. Why are we late to the deal?
You know, the church has historically always been behind the curve. It's amazing to me. In civil rights and, you know, fighting against the racism in the 60s and the 50s in the South in the United States and apartheid in Africa. I mean, you think, why is the church like this? And I think it's because the church is afraid of politics. And I understand why, because a lot of very dangerous people have tried to use the church for political ends. And I understand why the church would be a little, just hold on a second. But we're not talking about politics in any partisan way here. We're working with the left and with the right. That's what the whole One campaign's about. Second part of it is less palatable, perhaps, which is this: the church had been very judgmental about the AIDS virus in particular, and you know, there was the sense of, well, these people have been living sexually irresponsible lives, and it's very expensive to come to their assistance. And of course, that is not acceptable. It's certainly not acceptable by God. It will not be acceptable by history. It's annoying, but it's rather like you know, there's been a car crash, and the driver has fallen out of the vehicle, and there's a stink of alcohol, and you think, oh my God, there's a drunk driver. Do you drive on? What do you do? Well, maybe there are other points of view that think, well, you had it coming. I'm off home for my supper, but the scriptures won't let you do that. Christ won't let you do that, and Christ won't let the church walk away from the AIDS emergency because it's difficult, expensive, and, you know, a moral hazard. That's not acceptable. And I just had to communicate that this was the essence of the scriptures. It was the leprosy of our age. And then Christ, you know, had been so eloquent about leprosy. I mean, I think it was only 6% of evangelicals polled felt it incumbent upon them to respond to the AIDS emergency.
And what was your reaction when you read that statistic?
I was very angry. I was angry with the church. I never liked the church particularly. You know, I never felt comfortable really in churches. And now I knew why, was my sort of thing, you know. And then something dreadful happened. The church started to wake up, started to get organized, start to be really powerful in this area, and they ruined it for me. Now, I'm total respect for the church. I can't give out about them anymore. And no, that was amazing. I mean, extraordinary things were happening. As anti-Semitism had been in the 30s, as sectarianism had been in Ireland in the 70s, as segregation had been in the 50s and 60s. And, you know, this is our one.